Experience again the incredible adventures of Darby O'Gill and the lost kingdom of the little people.
Once you're here, there's no going back.
Here's entertainment to delight the entire family with Sean Connery and King Brian, the fun-lovingest leprechaun ever to rule the land of enchantment. Don't miss Walt Disney's Darby O'Gill and the Little People. Rated G. It's a touch of magic from Walt Disney. In theaters every...
Hey YouTubers, Hankster here, and happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone who celebrates it. And to help celebrate, we're going to do a review of a movie that's kind of appropriate to watch this time of year. It's the Disney production of Darby O'Gill and the Little People, starring Albert Sharp, Janet Monroe, and Sean Connery. Yes, that Sean Connery. Basically, this is a movie telling a tale of an adventure of an old man interacting with the king of the leprecauns, King Brian to be exact. Basically, tapping into the mythology of Ireland. The movie kind of takes place. It can kind of, it looks like turn of the century, but I think it might be, to current day, even though you don't see a lot of cars and stuff in it. This movie originally was released back in 1959, but it's not really, specific on what time period it is. It's basically just a nice little story. And one thing to note about is the special effects in this movie. Now, of course, this was done way before the concept of computer technology in the sense of movie making. There's no CGI added. It's all, mostly it's like through animation and stuff like that, the technology did. But one special effect that they used is still basically used today in such movies as Lord of the Rings and currently The Hobbit. It's the forced perspective concept, where a person that is filmed to be human is filmed in one part of the scene, while the person filmed to be the smaller person, in this case the leprechauns, are filmed farther away to make their sizes look proportionate to what they're supposed to be. And as I said, this is currently still being used in such productions as Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies. So see that it's not all just computer stuff these days. They're still using tried and true methods to make you believe they're, small people like hobbits and dwarves and leprechauns. Pretty much is a nice, lively story. It's not all dramatic. There is a lot of humor, especially when Darby faces off the king of the leprechauns. They pretty much have sort of a rivalry together, even though they do have an unusual friendship, trying to outdo each other, and Darby trying to get his three wishes, while King Brian trying to get out of doing it. Now, of course, as I said, Sean Connery does star in it. He, of course, plays a young man who has been hired by the Lord of the Land to be the new groundskeeper, and of course replace Darby, who of course was the original groundskeeper. Janet Monroe, of course, plays Darby's young daughter, who of course has a budding love interest for Sean Connery's character. Now, of course, leprechauns are not the only supernatural type creatures or mythological creatures. They also have the wailing of the banshees, and of course a mysterious death coach that comes to take the dying people to their just rewards. Now, of course, this is already out on DVD. The DVD not only just has the movie, but also has 3 behind-the-scenes productions, including Mr. Connery Goes to Hollywood, which sort of tells the story of how Sean Connery got into movie acting. And, of course, this was showing this was his very first movie production. Little People, Big Effects, basically showing all the special effects used to bring the movie to life, including, of course, forced perspective, and, of course, a classic documentary called I Captured the King of the Leprechauns, which, of course, stars Walt Disney himself in a black and white production. Basically, he was trying to make the audience believe that he actually did meet up with Darby O'Gill and King Brian and convinced them to star in his production of this movie. And basically just tells, have him interacting with notable Irish person who tells him the story, and he gets him going to Ireland, and that's how he meets up with Darby and Brian. It's a cute little thing. It's, of course, back at Disney's original TV series back in the late 50s, around the time, the original Mickey Mouse Club and all. I think it was Walt Disney Presents TV series at the time. And but of course the movie itself is in color, and the special effects is pretty good. I mean, for its time, it's very good. I mean, obviously you could probably do a really good job with the technology today if you wanted to do an updated movie of it or something like that. But as far as I'm concerned, they don't need to do anything directly to this movie. It's a very good piece of work. The actors are fantastic. Sean Connery is great. If you want to see him as a production before he was made famous in the James Bond films, just check out this movie. You get to see his comical facets, his action. He does get into fights here and there, so that's pretty good to see. And of course, early budding of his romantic side in this movie as well. But definitely a movie to buy and watch. I usually try watching this at least once every St. Patrick's Day, and all. But it's I really suggest you check this out. It's a really great movie, and all. And once again, have a happy St. Patrick's Day, and stay tuned here for more reviews and whatnot here on the Multoid News.
Night you said my wife was fat, I knocked you down and shit in your hat. Away the time we go, away, coming away for real, moving the time alone.